What's up, guys? Hoarder here. Welcome back to part 2 of the House of 1,000 Holes. If you didn't see part 1, make sure you go back and watch it, or you're going to be totally lost. It'll be like missing a whole season of General Hospital. Who is this guy? What are these green circles in his hand? So go check out part 1. If you already saw it, enjoy part 2, and I'll see you guys at the wrap up. Later. All right, guys, this is my second dig of the day. The banana first dig of the day was actually just a piece of lead, but this might not look impressive at first glance. It's a nickel, but as I cleaned it off, because I try to clean off everything, the year on it is 1944. And when I flipped it over and started cleaning it, just to make sure I wasn't going crazy, there's the big P above the Monticello. This is actually a war nickel. It just has no silvery sheen coming through like a war nickel normally does. So how cool is that? My second dig of the day is silver. It just doesn't look like it. That is incredible, though. Let's keep going. The day is young. There's gonna be a lot of finds at this place. All right, Doug just found 2 of these, right, Doug?
2, yeah.
And we tried to clean it. It's the size of a nickel. I almost think I see a face facing to this side, which would be your left, my left too, I guess.
Yes.
Everyone's left.
Everyone's left. It's facing this way.
And Doug thinks it might be a shield nickel, and it could be. It is really slick. They're both really slick. And when you look at it, it's not even like formed like, I mean, it's an old coin, whatever it is, or a token or something. But I think I see a bust on there, Doug.
Yes.
In the sun. Ah! Well,
and
it was nice. It was nice while you had it.
Anybody with a metal?
Got it. So,
2 of them.
yeah, very nice, I think.
And I think I see stars around this side here. See them?
I can barely see the bust, but when I watch it back later, I'm sure I'll see it. But right now, I don't. But I think it's an old coin, Doug.
Yeah.
So, hey, congratulations.
Be nice to get a date.
You want to go on a date? All right, maybe later. Oh, I got a good one. I got a good one. On the side, I just called Doug. It was a hard one to hear. It was deep and it was vintage roots. I'm looking at the woods line here. Oh, it's big. Hold on. Doug, can you hold my camera?
Sure.
This is.
That's a half penny size.
It's as big as a large cent, but it's thin. Could even be a state copper, Doug.
Could be.
Is the sun hitting it?
The soil here is really hard on these coins.
I don't see anything yet. I'm gonna have to let it dry. You can see that same chipping on the edge, Doug.
Right.
It's gonna be old. And look at the size of it, Doug.
Yeah.
It's like a state copper size or a half penny. Kyle just dug right almost the same area where I found it. Kyle dug that half farthing.
Is that a bust I see?
I'm not sure, Doug. I'm gonna have to let it dry. and I'm in the shade. You can't see it. It's a terrible day today for filming. Hold on, I'll take the camera down. All right, there's my copper. We don't know what it is, and I know it's terrible lighting today. It's cold, and I don't even think it's focusing, Doug.
We're thinking we saw part of a date.
I thought I saw only the one, and obviously it was a 1.
But we both said it at the same time.
Yeah, so I think it's somewhere between 1000 AD and...
It's a Roman coin for sure.
I'm going to guess it's like a half penny or something, or a farthing. It's not even focusing, Doug, but I'll clean this up later and we'll take a look.
Cool.
I got to call Doug back over again. Right here is where I just dug that copper thing, Doug.
Yeah.
You saw how slick it is. It's hard to see anything. Doug, this is the opposite of the nice dirty copper, the shiny silver, Doug.
I'll get it.
And look how thin it is. It's a dime.
Oh, wow.
It is paper thin, Doug. I think it might be one of those reals. It is paper thin.
Need some quarter hoarder water?
It's a seated dime, Doug. It's a seated dime. Oh, somebody just texted me. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
It's a seated dime. 1870 something.
What is it?
1870 something.
Yeah, 78, 79,
I
something.
can't tell. I'm in a crappy area here. Look at the difference though, Doug. You pull.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's whole, Doug. It's whole.
Hey.
It's whole upside down, but oh wait, no, maybe it's not.
It's hold. There's the dirt inside.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's whole.
Yeah, that helped them, didn't it? Keep it.
1876, Doug.
All right.
100 years old our country was. What, they put the whole rate in Lady
Nice.
Liberty's head. Oh man, Doug, I can't remember last time I dug a seated dime. Oh,
Very cool.
not as nice as the seated half dime you dug a few weeks
That's
ago.
all right.
There it is, baby, 1 dime.
Boy, it is slick too.
But enough for me to get a date off of.
Yeah, yeah.
Right there, Doug. Boom, that was the copper, which
How
I
did
didn't
that
even clean yet. This one was a little squeakier. It was
Yeah.
only about maybe 3 inches down or so.
Yeah.
And that copper, which I think is going to be even older, was only 3 or 4 inches down.
Unbelievable.
That's a beauty.
It is.
This is another beautiful, this is a metal, I don't think it's lead. I think it's like maybe a copper army guy. You can see he's like crouching down, his gun's broken. This came up at 53, 52. I thought it was going to be a nickel. Look at that. Oh man, that is super cool. I wish I had better light. Well, there you go. That is amazing. Right there was my dime. Right over there was my copper. I'm still in this tree line here, which has probably been untouched for a long, long time. That's a super cool piece. All right, we're gonna have a finds battle. Doug just came over and said, look what I found. And as he said it, I just pulled something out from under that big tree root there. We're gonna compare and see whose is better. Are you ready, Doug? Mine's in my hand.
So is mine.
All right, oops.
I actually need 2 hands for mine.
Oh, all right, let's see yours first.
A putty knife.
I win, Doug. I win already.
Yeah, yeah. I knew that.
Mine is a complete crotal bell, Doug.
Oh,
It's a complete
yeah.
one, baby. I didn't clean any of the mud out yet. It's a complete one. It's a little guy. You can see the holes.
Oh yeah, there's the
You can see the groove at the bottom.
beautiful.
I just pulled it out from underneath of that tree root, Doug.
Nice job.
And this was a loud one too. I've never found a big crotal bell, but look at that. You can see
Oh,
it in
that's
there.
nice.
That's going to clean up great too,
Beautiful,
Doug. They always
beautiful.
clean up well. Your putty knife is nice
It's
too, Doug.
probably the nicest
I can
putty
use
knife
your
I've-
putty knife to clean out my bell.
the grooves
Yeah, I
clean.
can clean it out. Good teamwork. Ooh, it's cold, Doug.
All righty.
I called Doug over again. Doug, I already showed this. I dug this a few minutes ago. It's this army man. Can you see him?
Yes.
And this is not lead, Doug. This is like copper or something, because he's not very heavy. But that's not what I wanted to show. I just called over. I had a 52. I dug it up, Doug. It's a thimble. But if you look in my phone, Doug, that's going to be a sterling thimble. It's got a floral design on it. Now, Doug, I don't think I've ever dug a sterling thimble, and I'm almost positive that's going to be sterling. Because usually a thimble, look at that, even on the top,
Yeah.
it's
I
smushed.
dug one right around the corner.
Well, yours was beautiful, and yours had initials and was
Yeah.
perfectly, you know,
Yours is smushed.
mine is smushed, but that's going to be a sterling thimble. I'll see if I can get the dirt out of it later.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
That's what I'm saying. If it's sterling, which I'm almost positive it is,
Yeah.
that's my first one ever, Doug. I just pulled an Indian out. Doug finally came over. He's right behind that tree. We're hitting this little side. This little area is like the land time forgot. I can't get a date off it, but I do see it's 190, so it's going to be a 1900s Indian. I'll clean it off at the end. All right, I'll take it. We're finally on some coins. Now I just got a tiny little flap button. It's a small one, smaller than a dime. There's no shank on the back. You can see the hole in the middle where the shank was. I'll take it. It was loud, even though it's small. It was coming up in the 70s and it was loud. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches deep. I'll take it. First flat button of the day. Very nice. Wow, look at that I just got. It's a charm. I'm guessing that that's the Virgin Mary. But it's copper. And look how old it looks. The back, my gloves are muddy, has a design or something. That's very cool. It's a small one. I don't know where Doug went. I've just been on fire in this wooded, overgrown stretch here. And I'm going to add that to the pile. Very, very cool. Oh man, we've just been killing it in this little area. Doug's digging something right now, right in front of me. Kyle had to call, he couldn't make it, he had to cancel. So just me and Doug. Hopefully we'll hold down the fort and work this side all the way up to the street. I hope we find more things. The neighbor's house looks appealing too, who knows? Go good knock. Well, I did the old hole recheck where I just dug that Virgin Mary charm, and an even smaller one. I heard it. There's a face, man, there's a face of somebody on there. You see the chains at the top, it must have been connected to the Virgin Mary one. I'll clean it up at the end. I have no idea what that is, but my hands are so muddy and cold, I don't want to mess it up, so I will let it dry. It's incredible. All right, Doug's got something good. Let me come around here.
It's about
It is about time. Doug's wearing the Grey Goose headphones too.
Love them.
Shout out to them.
Colonel John
What do
Mosby.
you got? Oh, is that a big copper?
It is.
Doug's got a large cent. Now that's a U.S. large cent. That's a U.S. large cent. You can see how thick it is, Doug.
Yeah.
And they're so caked with mud, I don't want to rub on your coin. I'll get this little blob off. But I don't know if Doug's going to rub on it or wait till it dries, but I'll get a picture of it. That's definitely going to be U.S. large cent, probably like a matron head, something like that. Awesome, Doug. We all got a copper out of this yard, every one of us.
And
I say every one of us because Kyle was here last time.
Yeah, and got one right up in that corner. So.
Excellent find, sir. Well worth it.
Thank you.
All right, we took a break and Doug cleaned up his large cent, and it is a good one. It's a flowing hair large cent. The back he didn't clean yet, but the front you can clearly see it. Here's one up on my phone. I think it said 1793 to 1796, Doug.
Something like that, yes.
Oh man, and look at that beautiful face you got on there, Doug. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is that your oldest coin ever?
No. 1773. My oldest.
Well, oldest coin of the day for sure. Excellent. Here's my copper, which is going to need a lot of work. I can't see anything on it yet. I didn't touch it or do anything with it. So it's a little smaller. I think it might be a farthing or a half penny.
I'm thinking half cent.
But Doug's large cent is a beauty. All right, I called Doug over. I saw what it is already. It was really loud, Doug, but I could tell it was long. So I wanted to see what it was because it was hitting in the 80s. So I was going along, I popped it out, I saw what the edge is. It's under this piece of dirt. Where do you see it, Doug?
Holy cow.
Look at that.
My goodness, how did we miss
Oh, how did we miss this, Doug?
That's unbelievable.
It's an enormous pipe wrench. Oh, I just thought that was really cool.
That
because
is cool.
You don't find things this big normally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at it. It's twice as big as my shovel.
Unbelievable.
I just thought that was really cool.
That is neat.
You want to carry it?
No, that's
No,
okay.
no,
You
okay.
can
I might
carry
use
it.
it
You
to dig.
found it, you carry it.
I might use it to dig. All right, let's see. I'm gonna crawl back into the trees. Doug just had a really good one, he said. He said it was a deep 89.90. It's in the bottom of his plug. You might have knocked it out in that clump.
There it is.
It's in there. This is right near where Doug dug the flowing hair. Doug just pulled it out. It's his second large cent. It's his second large cent. Oh my, his first one was a flowing hair. Oh my goodness. That is incredible, Doug. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
We'll
I'll
clean this up
clean it
later
and show
too.
it later.
We're gonna let it dry. The homeowner and a few people are 20 feet from us, so we're not gonna freak him out. So he'll think it's super valuable. But Doug will clean it up and we'll show it later.
Alrighty.
Awesome. All right, this hole kind of fooled me. I thought it was here, and then when I stood up, it was actually there. I must have pinpointed it bad. 52, 53, I was hoping for a nickel, and I got a 2-piece button. I think it's going to be an eagle button. This ground is very wet and muddy, so I will clean it up later. But it's definitely a 2-piece button. I think it's going to be an eagle button. Hold on, here comes Doug. If he holds the camera, I'll toothbrush it. Doug, you want to hold it for 1 second?
Sure. Oh yeah, I can see the.
I've dropped every single thing today. I see it. I see it.
It's got a shank?
I don't know. You're looking at what I'm looking at.
Okay.
You don't have to hold too close so it doesn't. That's the bag. I'm not sure what the heck. Oh, I see the eagle, Doug. Right there it is. Let's see if it'll focus. Is it focusing?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful one. It's a nice cuff button. I think it's small. And like I said, it's a 2-piece one. And I think that they said before, if the eagle is holding swords in his bottom claws,
holding arrows,
then it's wartime. But if it's a feather or something, it's not. So I'm not sure.
Hard to tell.
But I'll clean it up. It came up 52, 53. I thought it might be a nickel.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. That's beautiful.
Looks like it's got some shank, but bent.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's definitely a general service button.
I love it.
Yes.
I'm going to marry this button, Doug.
All right, you love
Me
it.
and this button. Ooh, it's cold.
Let's have a happy honeymoon.
I just got an incredible one. When I was at this house last time, I got a fatty Indian, and I just got another one. Now, it's super dirty, but it's going to either be another fatty or it's going to be a flying eagle. I'm going to have to let it dry off and see. But this coin right here is going to be either 1856 through like 1864. I just don't know what it is yet, but it's definitely a penny. And like I said, it's either, well, it's muddy like everything else. I gotta let it dry. Awesome. I think it's gonna be an Indian, not a flying eagle, but I'll let it dry and we'll check it at the end. Stoked. Doug's already got Doug's got 2 large cents. I got 1 large cent. I got a silver seated dime, a ton of relics. It is just so cold today and windy. I have to keep running back to my car to warm up. My hands are numb. It's got to be with the wind chill, maybe in the teens. And oh man, it's cold. And I don't mean Celsius either. I'm talking the F word. Really cold. So, all right, let's get back to digging. I just warmed up. Try a little bit longer. All right, we're going to keep the momentum going at one of the best houses ever. And Doug got a standing Liberty quarter.
My first.
Ever?
Yeah.
Real? I didn't
Metal
know that.
detecting, yeah. I used to have them as kids all the time, you know?
It looks like it might be
It's
dateless.
slicked out.
Can I hold it, Doug?
Yeah, sure.
Doug dropped that one, not me. That was Doug.
He was reaching for
I
it,
was
though.
reaching for it. I'm half to blame. It's got a lot of detail. It's a shame.
Shame.
Look at all the detail it's got.
I'm telling you.
No date.
Sucks.
But look at it. You can see all the stars and everything. You might be able to really, if you catch it in the right light, Doug, maybe. I dug a large cent here the first time we were here. Doug gets one the second time.
Yeah.
No, I don't want my gloves all wet.
Oh.
It's freezing cold out, Doug. My fingers are about to break in half like icicles, and you're going to spray it on the bag. There's nothing else to see. We're seeing what we're going to see.
Okay.
There's nothing else to see. Doug's just water happy. Excellent find.
I love my Hoarder water.
Oh, very nice. Great find too.
And I called it, didn't I?
You thought it was gonna be a large cent, but that's just
No,
as good.
I said either silver, quarter, or large cent.
Oh, all right, I'm gonna give it to him. I mean, it's a great find. I can't
I'm
fault you.
thrilled.
Very nice.
Even without a date.
Hoo-wee, guys! I got a lot of stuff. I apologize in advance. This wrap up is going to be long, but here's all the stuff I got from the House of 1,000 Holes, and this isn't to mention that Kyle got a large cent. Doug had 2 large cents, including the 1794. And also Doug had the Standing Liberty quarter, all sorts of stuff. But here's my stuff from the House of 1,000 Holes. First, this junky little kid's cup. Just thought it was kind of cool. This enormous wrench, which you're going to see, we're going to incorporate into future videos. I'm going to show you how it'll be fun. I did get a pen. I got this little steel glob. I don't know what the heck that is. 2 little door mechanisms. A big giant gear. 1 big old piece of lead. I don't know what that would be. Maybe a butt cheek. I'm not sure. The bullet that I thought could be a 3-ringer, I don't know, it could be a wad cutter, I'm not sure. This little brass name tag, and this part in the middle here is actually cardboard and stood the test of time. So that's pretty cool. One crodal bell that I cleaned up, and it doesn't sound too good. Wouldn't start a rock band with it, but it's in there, a little clapper. One bicycle reflector that I cleaned up. This is the button. I cleaned up this eagle button. It was so dirty. Look at that. For a few seconds, I thought it was real gold. That is beautiful. Right in the collection. The back is still all rusted, but the front, look, it's amazing. The fork handle, which I thought was sterling, it could be stainless steel, I'm not sure. One pocket knife, one flat button that's in really bad shape. This really cool 25th anniversary of this car insurance or whatever, 1926 to 1951. That's awesome. 3 lead army men. The one busted in half, I did find his hat. The little guy sitting down. This one actually says in the bottom when I cleaned it, it's made in France. The 2 big ones I think are Barclays. This one has a lot of original paint on there. That's really cool. One little piece of bling jewelry. I'm not sure. It's probably not real, but whatever. 3 tiny little charms. I guess maybe the Virgin Mary, and I don't know who that is. I thought I had a 4th one, but I can't find it. But that's really cool. The thimble that was broken. It's still broken. But when I cleaned it all up, I actually bent it back into shape. It is a sterling silver thimble. That was really cool to bend that back into shape. That's going to go right in the display case. So awesome there. Here's my coins, guys. The House of 1,000 Holes. My modern quarters. I think there were 17 of them. Brings my Beijing Day 2018 quarter count to 368. That's for you, Barbara. These are all my modern coins, my modern pennies. I forget how many of them there are. There's a boatload of them. These are all my modern nickels, all my modern dimes. Great modern coin day. My wheat pennies, this entire row, I think it was 34 wheat pennies. I did have 3, I think, from the teens and 4 or 5 from the 20s. But those are all my Wheaties. You guys have seen them before. I'm not going to show it because it's going to be long. I got this one commemorative coin that I showed you in the video. If you can see real small, it says June 14th, 1941. I was able to find information on it. This was actually a commemorative token for a golf tournament they did in 1941. It was held in the US and all the money was supposed to go to Britain for the war relief. So that is really cool. I love that little token piece there. This with the bees is an Italian, I guess 10-cent coin or whatever the heck it's called. This is my buffalo nickel, my 1 sol buffalo nickel, no date. 3 Indians, 1 regular Indian, which is 1907. And then both of these are fatty Indians, believe it or not. It's hard to tell unless you come down here and look at it. You can see how much thicker they are than the other Indian. They are hard to clean. One of them was 1861, which is a semi-key date, and the other one was 1862. So 2 fatty Indians, that's incredible. What is this? I don't even remember. Oh, this is my large cent. Well, I think it's going to be a half cent or maybe a farthing. As you can see, it did not clean up well. I tried to do the hot peroxide, didn't seem to do anything. So my oldest coin of the day, I'm sure, I have no idea what it is. All my silver coins, I think I have 10 or 11 of them. I'm going to start off with this one. That's clearly a war nickel. You can see how shiny it is. This one, which was one of the early holes of the day, it looks like a regular old nickel. Like, here's what nickels look like when they come out of the ground. It looks like one of them. But if you look at the date, it's 1944. And if you turn it over, above the Monticello, up here is the big P. This is actually another silver war nickel. It just doesn't look really nice. So 2 silver war nickels in the day. I didn't clean my silver coins, as you can see. 1 Roosevelt dime, 1946. Another one, 19 something, I don't know. 1951. 1 silver Washington quarter, 1953. 1 Mercury dime, 1936. My 2 best ones, the 1876 Hold seated dime. How cool is that sucker? My oldest silver of the day. And then my beautiful dated 1925 Standing Liberty quarter. Whew! And that was it, guys. House of 1,000 Holes, baby. And Kyle and Doug did just as good. I wish they were here to show all their stuff. Oh, it's cold. It is winter up in the Northeast. It is really starting to come in. But we'll still keep going. Hopefully videos all winter long. We'll just hit the farms in the woods. Less finds probably, but it gets my fix. That's what I like to do. Also, guys, make sure you check out thegolddigger.com. I'm going to have a phone number and a link down below. Christmas is coming. Hanukkah, let's just say holiday season is upon us. Fill those stockings with some detecting love. Gold digger will give you a good price, I guarantee it. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Happy hunting. I'll see you in the next one. Later.